Okay, you in front. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're coming out here once again to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America in the Bible. All right, we are coming in the stead of our Lord Yahweh Shai, which means Yah. He is going to deliver the 12 tribes of Israel out of Babylon, America, and also from that last plague, which is the second death, all right, which is the missiles, all right, the nuclear fire that's going to pelt the grounds of Babylon, all right. So we come in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yah, meaning he is, Hawa, meaning exists or to be. Bahashem means in the name of Yahweh Shai. Yah, meaning he is, Hawa Shai, meaning deliver. All right. So before we begin, we want to give all infinite honors, glories, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash, double honor, apostles, and elders of Great Millstone that taught us the truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the sincere Akim wa Akwakim out there, trimming their lamps, making their calling and their election sure. All right. So now we coming out here once again in the belly of the beast, right? Babylon the Great. All right, where anything can get you 10. Anything can get you life here, man. Anything can get you death here. The Broadway. This is the valley of the shadow of death.
Right.
All right. And we need to operate circumspectly. Okay. We have to have the right mindset. Let me Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 4. All right. Now, you got battery on your phone. You need to get that in the NLT. To be in the right mindset, all right, here in Babylon the Great. You got to walk circumspectly. The scriptures say you got to walk in the spirit. The scriptures say you have to abstain from all appearances of evil, man. All right, so that means that you have to be in a certain spirit. All right, you have prerequisites in this thing. You just can't wing it and you just can't do what you want to do. The scriptures even tell you that you can't lean on and pursuing Proverbs, the 3rd chapter and the 5th verse. All right. Let me get that.
Want to get both or just the NLT?
Both.
This is Ecclesiastes
7 and 2 verse.
It's Ecclesiastes 7 and 2.
Okay.
KJV first. And it reads, it is better to go to the house of mourning.
It's better to what?
Go to the house of mourning.
What?
To go to the house of mourning.
Okay, to the house of mourning.
Get that definition?
Mourning. Let's get mourning in the you know what I'm saying? Let's get mourning right quick.
Now this is that definition. Mourning.
Okay.
Strong's H60.
Strong's H60.
A veil. And it reads, for the dead, for rites, periods of mourning, lamentation.
Lamentation. What else? Go to the Strong's definitions.
Strong's definition right here. It says lamentations.
And then it is a root word for that. Get the root word for that. Lamentations. All right. So you got to understand that perilous times is coming. All right. A wise man thinks a lot about death. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and then hideth himself. You got to know what times you're living in. You got to measure out the times diligently within itself. This is the milk, you know? This is the milk, man. These is the prerequisites. All right, to knowing what time that you really about never in your life prepare for it. You have a lot of preppers. All right, a lot of people that want to stock up their house and things of that nature. If you ain't got your Yahweh Shema Washai, you stocking that up for another nigga. You don't stock it up for another nigga.
Right.
Because they going to come inside your house. Because you got to think in mind, when everything gets destroyed 100% as far as the economy, because there's an economic collapse that's coming next.
Right.
Knowing these things, there's perilous times, and you like to go into this too. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot about evil. That evil is going into what?
Bad time.
Bad times. You like to go into that because that's what we need to. Because it's coming. Bad times where there's a lot of mass death. All right. Dog eat dog world, literally, not figuratively. Where these stores is going to be suddenly found empty, with Lord's will, we'll get that. And it's going to turn into the stores is going to be getting empty. These walk-ins and these restaurants going to get empty. And now a nigga in your refrigerator, in your pantry, because they stomach growling because of lack of bread. And you seeing it with the gas. If you can't get gas, you can't get trucks. If you can't get trucks, them stores gonna be suddenly found empty. It all link up. Go ahead.
I'm gonna finish that Ecclesiastes 7:2.
Yeah.
It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
Exactly. To the house of what?
Feasting.
The house of what?
Feasting.
Right. A person wants to have a good time. You know, just like Passover, right? Passover is a solemn assembly. When you go into that word solemn, solemn means serious. This is a sifting season. Right before the season of Passover is about to start. And if you really in the spirit, you can feel when Passover finna start. You can feel it. And when you feel that Passover is finna start, sifting season start. You start seeing brothers bug out. You start seeing brothers fall out the truth. You start seeing brothers just start teaching. They start saying we in the new covenant. I mean, you just start seeing the list and the gang of everything. That's the Lord drawing that line right across the damn sand with that stick. Or, you know what I'm saying, like you playing an open game of basketball, a pickup game, and you know what I'm saying, like Yahweh Shah picking who he got on his team. I got you. Watch out. You. That's how Yahweh Shah doing it, man. And he kicking out niggas that ain't really at practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't practicing, you ain't, you know, you not doing nothing. You just slothful. You just, what you think the Lord gonna do to you? He gonna give you the boot. Yeah. He gonna trim the fat. You know?
But I got that word for feasting. It's shatah. Shatah. And it has outline of biblical usage. It says to drink. And it also says of drinking cup of God's wrath, of slaughter, of wicked deeds, to feast.
Man, they ain't in the right spirit. I've been looking at a lot of Passover meals. One dude had fried chicken, a fucking romaine lettuce, some mac and cheese, some damn flour tortilla with leaven in it because it's enriched flour, and flour got the bacon, so there's leaven, some mixed fruit, and some damn wine. And it's that cheap ass wine too, that old nasty ass wine. And that still got yeast in it because everything kosher really ain't kosher. I don't know when they be really not getting that through their skull, man. You really think the small hats is gonna throw out real kosher to you, to the goyim? You're out of your mind. It's not gonna be 100% kosher. They don't even have 100% halal. Defiled bread amongst the Gentiles. You pick the best out of the worst. Point blank period, man.
God. And it reads, God,
you got it?
the rest of verse 2. And it reads, for that is the end of all men.
That is the what?
End of all men.
So when you ain't in the right spirit, it's the what?
End of all men.
You're done.
Doing what you want to do, man.
Exactly.
Living your best life.
Go ahead and chime in.
God,
Chime in.
You doing that little Duval stuff, man. You living your best life, man. Like the ox said, man. You know, outgoings of the Lord, man. So, you know, you can't just do what you want to do, man. If so, hey, pretty much you're gonna fall into a ditch, man. You know, and that's the way the Lord set it up, man. Either His way or no way.
That's what. That way.
God, and that's beautiful, man. That's very beautiful, man.
Let's get Deuteronomy 32, 39. Whole thing. Deuteronomy 32, 39. And the brother is 100% right. All right. These niggas want to do, not even knowing that Yahweh Shema Shah can do what he want to do. Okay, that is who. And go and read it there.
God. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am He. There's no God with me.
So there ain't no Buddha. It ain't no Allah, because Allah means power.
God, there's no power.
You know what I'm saying? But there's an entity that the Muslims use called Allah. You know what I'm saying? So that entity, Allah, no. That Buddha, no. Shiva, no. Cesare Borgia, hell no. All right? It's only Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. And all judgment was given to Yahweh Shah.
Right.
Read on.
Kind. I kill.
I what?
I kill.
I what?
I kill.
It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power. Yahweh Shema Shah is not a respecter of persons. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah really fuck your whole life up. For real. Generation after generation until he say ain't no more. That's how Yahweh Shema Shah cut, man. You know, he can make your life on this earth very, very hard if you don't listen. Because if you read Deuteronomy 28, 15 right quick. Hold that. We're going back to that. But let's get Deuteronomy 28, 15.
This is Deuteronomy 28, 15. But it shall come to pass that I will not hearken unto the voice.
I will not hearken
unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh.
He is going to set up kings and priests. He is going to set up pastors and teachers, and you're going to see your teachers in the last days. So Yahweh Shema Shai is going to set up the right seers to where you know what I'm saying, the word can be throughout the four corners of the earth, pursuing Matthew's 4th chapter.
Right.
You know? So there's no excuse, is what I'm saying.
Even the scriptures say,
you know,
whether I shall escape.
Yep.
You can't escape this, man.
You can't. Yahweh Shah didn't escape. King David didn't escape.
Yeah.
Solomon didn't escape. Solomon just got old and died. But he had to pay for it as Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? So even King Solomon didn't escape. Yahweh Shah didn't escape. You know, King David didn't escape because he had to suffer as Peter. Peter got put to death. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if the Lord didn't escape, you think you finna escape? Do it, you know what I'm saying? King Solomon was building up temples, all right, for his concubines and stuff. And that's probably the biggest no-no, is putting another God before Yahweh Shema Shah. So you don't never supposed to do that ever. That's the number one commandment. You know? Let's approve that. Exodus 20 and verse 1.
This is Exodus 20 and verse 1.
You know?
And it reads, and Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Exactly. So that don't mean build. That means you can't build no temple for no Shiva, for no whatever. You can't even have no idolatry. You can't do none of that. If you do that, you worthy of death. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we already know. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, man? You know, Jake be breaking these commandments all the time, and like them the Big Ten. We didn't go to the other, 600 and 3 of them. You have a whole other 603 that we didn't even go into yet. All right, so go back to Deuteronomy. 28 and yes.
But it should come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy power,
Exactly.
to observe to do all his commandments.
All of them, not just some, not just half, but all of them, man. And look, mind you, this is how you know that we need Yahweh Shai, because we can't keep all the commandments perfect. We have to keep the ones we know we can keep. You know that you ain't supposed to be eating pork, so don't eat it. Yeah, that ain't hard. You ain't supposed to round off the corners of your head. Okay? Don't get lineups. I mean, what's so hard about that, right?
The scriptures even tell you the commandments are not grievous.
The commandments are not grievous. But Jake want to make them grievous because they want to be a nigga. These are he-through niggalites. All right? That is exactly what they are. He-through niggalites, man.
They rather please man rather than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Exactly.
Getting the edge ups and shit,
Yep.
stuff like that now.
But it's all to impress them women.
Right.
You supposed to be impressing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, all right, by making your calling and your election sure.
Right.
To where you could be found, a favorable servant. Matter of fact, let's get Matthew 27 where it say that I never do eat. Because you right, they like, yeah, I mean, I kept the Passover, I laid the fried chicken out with the flour tortilla. It was flat. It was flat. Like it wasn't flat bread puff, but it was flat. I had the mac and cheese in a nice circle next to it. And I even had romaine lettuce for the bitter herb. And I had a mixed fruit for dessert. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. You think Yahweh Shai suffered to where you can have a lamb dinner with mac and cheese, man? This is a solemn, serious assembly, man, and we finna get into it. You got that? Where it say that? I think it's Matthew 27.
Right. Matthew 7 and 23. Right. It reads, and then I will profess unto them, I never knew you.
Go up to 21.
This Matthew 7 to 21. Not everyone that said to me, Lord, Lord,
Yahweh Shai,
shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right, because you got a lot of nymphs out here. Niggas in fringes. That's perverting the Sabbath, number one. But also what? The Passover. Look at Alizé. And now Alizé got his wine bottle too. Right? Did he not have Passover at the strip club or whatever fucking club? Bitches had their asses out. So you in the strip club. I don't give a fuck. Bitches got their asses out. And then as soon as that happened, he got proud, and he was supposed to be laying off 6 months. He was supposed to suspend himself. Like, you know what? I ain't even gonna teach, man. Because you're supposed to have some type of shame about that.
Right.
What this nigga do? Tried to justify it. And now look, he's High Priest Hoover Crip Pegasus.
Fusion, man.
Through. Like 100% through. To the point where you don't know what this nigga is. Are you a rapper or what are you?
You're a streamer, nigga.
Like, are you a streamer? What are you, nigga? He lost in the world, trying to find his way. Trying to, he's trying to
Tell you what he's doing. He
trying to develop his own righteousness, man.
He's
What's
that scripture? He determined his way to seek love. Man.
Yeah, that way. Get that.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of these niggas out here, man. But a lot of them want the easy route, And, and you got a lot of Israelites that have that Christian, feminine, effeminate type of spirit on them to where they act like Jehovah Witnesses and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these Israelites, they act like Jehovah Witnesses. They had this goofy, glazed eyes over spirit because they are really wicked as fuck behind closed doors.
This is Jeremiah 2:33.
Uh-huh.
Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
Exactly. Why are you trying to? Because they trying to go to the Broadway. Yeah. Jake want the gain, but no pain. When you got to go through the pain, that means you got to catch hell. When you catch hell, that means you got to go through the straight gate. Yahweh is the straight gate. The Lord gonna make this easy for you. Hold that. And, okay.
Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
Man, read that again, man.
All right. Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
Look, man, you got to understand that you can't do what you want to do. You just can't. You have a protocol that you got to follow when you're in this thing. All right? You got to catch hell. All right? The Lord is going to put you in shower all. Shower all in the Paleo Hebrew means a low condition of hardship. In the Greek, it's sha'ol. It's just hell. Hardship that the Lord will put you in because he can do what he want to do, man. All right? Let's get Acts 14:22.
This is Acts 14:22. And it reads, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
Exactly. Do continue. You know what I'm saying? We got elder apostles that we learn from, all right, and just looking at them as faithful. I'm talking about between the 4 elder apostles. You got Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Bar, Elder Apostle Ramlab, and Elder Apostle Rakat. Out of those 4 brothers, big, which is really our spiritual fathers, to be honest, and we blessed to get 4, which is really mercy. That's over 130 years worth of experience, of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? And that's being bestowed onto us. That's why we're in the house of mourning. We know what time we living in. For real. We understand the bitterness of Pharaoh. We understand the bitterness of these other nations towards us, starting with Esau, Edom, these small hats, man. All the way on down, the shitless of heathens. All right? Which is technically Goyim. But anyway.
Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation.
Much through what?
Much tribulation.
Let's get tribulation, please. Baba Kushai. Okay? Because Jake wants the gain but no pain. It said that we got to go through something.
Got to.
You got to endure to the end. How can you endure to the end eating romaine lettuce?
Hey, if you come up some other way, then you would.
You a thief and a robber.
Right.
There's
trying
2 thieves.
Trying to take the shortcuts and shit.
Yep, and there's 2 thieves who took the shortcut to go the other way to the car because they didn't want to go past the prophets.
Right.
Anyway, you see how the Lord has made his point. But anyway, go ahead and read that out.
It's Acts 14 and 22. Matter of fact, I'm just getting that word tribulation.
Tribulation.
God.
Yeah.
God, this is okay, right here, tribulation. Strong's G 2347. Strong's G 2347. The word is
Strong's G 2347. Philipsis. Philipsis.
Philipsis.
Philipsis. God. And it reads, which is tribulation, it means a pressing together, pressure.
You say pressure.
Oppression.
Oppression. So that means you're going to have to go through martial law. You're going to have all these draconian laws that's going to be set out after the national state of emergency get declared with all these executive orders. Executive Order 10995 all the way to Executive Order 11057. It's going to be a whole longer list of executive orders that's going to be listed out to where this whole place going to be on lock. It's going to be MOTB tents to where you got to get C-HIP. It's going to be everything in these 15-minute cities, man. Because Huntsville was technically a 15-minute city. Birmingham is going to be a 15-minute city. And guess what? You ain't going to be leaving out of these cities without the proper freedom papers.
Right.
You're going to be going through some shit. Right? Because if you ain't got the MOTB, and then, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't in no damn FEMA camp, you're going to be on the run.
Right.
It's either going to be A, B, or C. That's the spirit. You either going to be in society, B, you either going to be in a FEMA camp because you ain't want to do the shit and you end up getting caught, or you know, C, your ass going to be a pilgrim on the earth looking for your home, Jerusalem, in the state of Babylon the Great, lingering around here like Walking Dead. Because, mind you, Walking Dead was about what? Niggas walking.
Right.
Think about it. Was them niggas not walking the whole time?
Dry bones.
Spiritually dead too. Trying to find their way. And they just run into some more bullshit. That's that Acts 5 and 19, you know, where they lean their hand against the wall and the spider bit them.
Right.
They always ran into some bullshit too. Some nigga get lost, and now they gotta find this nigga, and then they end up finding the nigga, but he turned on them. Like, man, Jake gonna be catching the blues.
Right.
And the Lord can run out Jacob's trouble for a whole year. To us, a year ain't nothing. But, you know what I'm saying? Because, mind you, we operate through, you know what I'm saying? How about Shema Mashai? We understand how long a year is compared to these other folks out here. So a year to them is gonna be 20 years. They're gonna off themselves like second week. They can't get no cigarettes and coffee. Oh man.
And that's what the scriptures like I can add, that's what the scriptures talks about, man, how you know how about Shema Shai. Everybody's gonna be tried, man.
Yeah.
You know? And that's how you're gonna know who his men is.
Ultimately with the MOTB. You're gonna get tried with that. That's that ultimate temptation, that ultimate, you know, tribulation for real. Is, you know, so technically the missiles, but it's gonna be that MOTB.
Right.
Because the MOTB gonna justify the missiles. Right. The MOTB gotta happen before the missiles. The missiles not gonna happen before the MOTB because the MOTB is gonna justify the missiles getting dropped.
And this is talking about the elect, man.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much tribulation is the elect, man. So how much more, you know, you 2/3, man.
Exactly, man.
Because because the tribulation, this word tribulation goes into affliction, tribulation, and straits. We always talk about straits, huh?
Exactly.
Difficulty.
So, exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a part of that straight gate. On keeping your integrity, keeping your constancy. Matter of fact, let's get that Revelation 3 and 10, and let's get temptation. Yep. And then after that, man, we're gonna go into these words.
Revelation 3 and 10. And I have a precept for that last one. I'm gonna get this one right quick. This is Revelation 3 and 10. It reads, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Okay, so you made the Lord Yahweh Shah a priority. So now he made you a priority in the time of trouble, in the time of the MOTB.
Right.
Okay, and he is going to deliver you from the second death because you held it down.
Right.
All right, you actually did what was required of you. All right, you actually showed Yahweh Shema Shah real, actual, sincere effort.
Show
you know,
shows you're worthy, man. Shows
Yeah.
that you're worthy, man.
Yep. Yep.
And it reads, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
He gonna keep you from what?
From the hour of temptation.
Man, did not Yahweh Shah deal with the hour of temptation? We got to deal with our hour of temptation.
So.
And who knows, you may be in a whole FEMA camp sitting in a fucking cell and you being scheduled to be put to death in 3 hours. Like, yo, what you trying to do? You trying to get the MOTB or no? No. Okay, well, in 3 hours, we're gonna put you to death. And then that's it. Who knows, man? If you hold it down until death, the Lord gonna give you a crown of life. Who knows, man? That damn blade, you may go all the way up because the scriptures do say that the scarce, you know what I'm saying, that the righteous shall scarcely be saved.
Right.
So that means you may go into, you know what I'm saying, the whole setup and you into the, you know what I'm saying, like the pod and,
Most definitely.
you know, and hey, man, you thinking it's over and who knows, man, the blade may break on your neck.
Most definitely, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like the blade break, form around your neck. Or you just get beamed up. Anything can happen. Or, you know what I'm saying, man, you may get put to death. But, you know what I'm saying? The souls of the righteous is in the hands of Yahweh Shema Shah. If you hold it down with Yahweh Shema Shah like how you supposed to, you know, and you really hold it down and you're really, you know, faithful and sincere in this thing, Yahweh Shema Shah gonna make it go good with you in your death. You understand? It's gonna go well with you. You know, pursuing Wisdom of Solomon 301. Can we get that right quick? Hold that. You know what I'm saying? I know we jumping around, but the spirit hot.
This is wisdom. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3:1.
Right.
But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
See, the souls of the righteous is in the hands of Yahweh Shema Shai. Read.
And there shall no torment touch them.
Exactly, man. No torment will touch you. Okay? See, Yahweh Shema Shai. Look, shoot, man. Look at, you know, the account with the 3 holy children. There was no fire, no sins, no smoke on their clothes or nothing.
Right.
When they came out of those, you know, so like the fire. It was 4 people in the fire, they said.
Wow.
And that 4th one is Yahweh Shai. He was in the midst. Between 2 or 3 witnesses, he'd be in the midst. You know, he was in the midst. You know, and they walked out unscathed. But the righteous shall scarcely be saved because they in the furnace. You know, and if you ain't got Yahweh Shai, what? You will wither away like the elements. This is how you know that we need Yahweh Shai here in Babylon the Great. Okay, here. All right, in the valley of shadow of death, man. You know, where you can get put to death at any moment, any second. All right, where the Lord has his eyes set on this place to get pelted with thermonuclear fire. You know, and it's up to our Lord to get us out of it. You gotta be in the shadow of the Almighty.
Right.
And you gotta have the right spirit on you, man. You know.
I gotta be. You know, that's why, hey man, faith without works is dead, man.
That's right.
You know, the works is an extra faith booster. You know, faith is faith, but when you showing some action behind that, you know, you get extra faith booster. You know, you know. I mean, come on, man. I mean, everything else you do, you know, percent that you're gonna receive whatever it is that you know that you're into or you're working towards. So. Hey, man, you gotta believe in, you know, the creator of the earth, man. You know, and his words, man. You know, because hey, man, that's another power to tap in right there, man. To be fully persuaded, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
That means the Most High wanted you to know this truth.
that's a gift, man. That's amazing.
Uh-huh. It was throughout the foundations of the earth, man, that, you know what I'm saying, only the election have obtained it,
God.
you know, and the rest were blinded.
Cause like you were saying, man, some stuff could happen where, you know, hey, y'all watch movies all the time, man. Where you think they get the stuff from in the movies, you know? Get it from the scriptures.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, for real.
So, hey, like the Ak was saying, man, hey, man, if the Most High don't want you to taste death, you're not going to taste it, man. Even if it looked like you died to the eye, you didn't feel it. You didn't taste it, you know?
did.
And you might raise right back up, you know, 2 seconds later. And,
Who knows?
And trip out the all themselves
knows,
taking
man?
you out, man.
You might put everybody in there to death, man.
God.
You know?
God.
Who knows? Matter of fact, go ahead and read on
God.
that.
God, this is Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the
In the sight of who?
of the unwise.
Okay, so
God.
everybody outside this circle, read.
God. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die.
Right, they're like, damn, he got hit in the head with a whole AK. Boom. Bro, did you see how his head rolled and smacked the damn ground and rolled by the nigga foot?
I hate to be him.
I hate to be him, man. Shit. Got your ass.
Right.
That's what an unwise nigga would think.
God.
Read on.
God. And in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery.
Right, like, damn, man. They did Buddy dirty.
Right.
Read on.
And they're going from us to be utter destruction,
Right.
but they are in peace.
They said utter destruction. Like, man, his head was split
Right.
like a lotus flower.
Right.
Like, damn. I can't believe how they stumped him out like that.
Right.
Man, they stoned him to death really bad. Oh, man, they put him in front of a firing squad. Oh, shit, they lit his ass up.
Shot the heart out.
You know, they gonna be like wailing, ailing in the spirit, man, over that certain individual. That's a righteous man. Read on.
For though they be punished in the sight of men,
Though they what?
be punished in the sight of men.
Did not Yahushua get punished in the sight of men? We are not greater than our master.
Right.
Did not Yahushua get embarrassed in front of everybody? He had that cross he had to carry over his shoulder. That cross was like 300 pounds. And the Lord carried it for miles. So that just goes to show how big the Lord really was. He wasn't like 5'7" Cesare Borgia, 160 pounds. Cesare Borgia looked like he allergic to peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he got an allergy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yahushua was like 12 feet tall. Like, he was big.
Everything in the world, you know?
He was literally a big guy. He was mistaken for an Egyptian. Look at the Egyptians now. They still tall as fuck. They like 7, 8 feet tall to this day. And usually a regular tall person, they'd be slow and all that type of shit. These guys is naturally tall. Long ass arms, long ass legs, short torso, black than a motherfucker, ashy, crusty. That's the Egyptian. But Yahushua wasn't like that. He was tall and dark skinned, and he had the facial features of one, but he still had hair, wool, and all of that. He can pass for an Egyptian, but he's a Hebrew. He wasn't like those type of so-called Egyptians. He had similar features. He wasn't Egyptian. You get what I'm saying? He could pass for one. Just like how you got Edomites that can pass for Jake, and you got Jakes that can pass for Edomites. You got, you know.
They say Nipsey could pass for fucking Egyptian or some shit.
No, yeah, you know, the Cushite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a Cushite. I mean, but who knows? He got the spirit of Jake.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
He got the spirit of Jake.
Right.
I mean,
That's
even like beyond the rap, like his spirit,
Right.
like how he carry himself, how he act, it ain't fake.
Yep.
He could be a Jake.
Yep. He different from a lot
But
of
he looked like a Cushite.
Yeah.
Those light bulb head ass Ethiopians, man.
Yeah, even his brother
You know?
looked more like him.
Man, I'm telling you, he a light bulb head nigga too. You know?
I got you. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3.
Matter of fact, Salakia, Moses can pass for you different too. Read up.
God. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 5. No, I'm gonna start back at 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh
Chastised. So that means that the whole transatlantic slave trade was a little bit of what the Lord can really do to your ass.
Wow.
That's just a little bit. That's a little bit. Like that's nothing. All of the transatlantic slaves, I'm talking they ate us, they did all type of shit.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's a little bit. That's a slap on the wrist. Act right. All of that. Even
so bad, man. Slaves was voluntarily and willingly jumping into the fucking seas.
hell yeah. Because they didn't want to be a slave.
To be with sharks.
Yeah, man, because they didn't want to be a slave. They'd rather die. They didn't want to be a slave. And guess what? They got reborn again on the plantation.
Hell.
3 to 4 generations later. Wham! As soon as that kid be able to walk, here's a nice little potato sack. Pick 700 pounds of cotton.
Right.
If you pick 700, nigga, you should have picked 800. Whoop this nigga ass. That's literally how that was. And then all these wars came around. You either gonna fight in my damn war and die in my war, or you gonna die back here because you ain't want to do it. So you have a choice. Or it was on the front line. That's why the army ain't for a so-called black man, woman, and child. We don't know.
And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded.
We're gonna be greatly rewarded.
For Yahweh prove them. And
You know, it's that furnace of love. Put through the furnace.
right.
You endured unto the end.
God.
With much more tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai.
And if I can add, you know, when we went to them that word tribulation, man, it brought out pressure, man.
Yeah.
And we know pressure makes what? Diamonds, man.
That's right.
You know,
That's
and,
right.
And fire purifies gold. So
Exactly. And silver.
God.
Yep.
So hey, Yahweh Shema Shai has a plan, man. You know?
So, you know what I'm saying? You know, I to add to that. So if you want to be in the furnace of love or the furnace on your ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because mind you, man, the Lord will happily oblige both. Because you gotta get something. You're gonna get something. Furnace of love, furnace on that ass. And it's hot. Jake can't even take the hot comb on the back of the neck, let alone 100 million degrees Fahrenheit. You're gonna be breathing in fire. If you ever know anything about a barbecue pit, what the fuck keep fire going? Air. These ICBM missiles gonna set the air on fire to where it's gonna make it hot and inflamed. It's like you're gonna be walking in the bottom of a damn stove and it's turned on hot. You know that whoom, and you walking on the bottom of it. That shit hot as hell. The scriptures say the day gonna burn as an oven. And that stove on broil pre, already ready, already hot. It's just ready to throw the damn chicken up in there. And he gonna slow cook your ass. Read on.
As gold in the furnace have been tried.
Gold in the furnace been tried.
I'm gonna start.
That's the straight gate.
I'm gonna go back.
You know?
So like it. As gold in the furnace had he tried them.
That he tried them, the gold in the fire. What?
as gold in the furnace had he tried them.
Exactly. Test them reigns.
Right.
100%.
Right.
You know, Yahweh Shah gonna have you, you know, in the, you know, he gonna have to put you through the ringer. He gonna have to test that gut one time, man.
And if I can add, that's why he said, hey, you know, when I come back, roughly paraphrasing, I make up my Jews, man. Fire that tribulation, man, you know, what is it? Acceptance, you know, it made you acceptable, man.
Yeah.
You know, to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai,
Yeah.
man, by enduring.
Yeah.
To the end.
Yep. And nothing swayed you from your deliberate purpose. You stayed on track.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The whole time. Because that's a straight gate. It's like you want a tight rope of faith. You're like, oh, hold on now. I don't want, but some people gonna fall over and not get back on the rope.
Exactly.
They just gonna stay over there, and now they back in the world. They back on some bullshit.
Yeah.
You start seeing this nigga with a damn boosie fade. You like, hold on, what the hell wrong? Like,
Because endure
the
really
hell?
means endure, man.
Like,
Because like you were saying, you know, it's you know, hey, you gonna fall. You know, some people gonna fall. You know, but enduring has something to do with just holding on. You know, even if you fall, even if it's one hand, you know, you just holding on. You know, you ain't about to just let go and fall. You know, it's enduring, man.
but you got to pick yourself back up and
Right.
put both hands back on that rope.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because having that one hand, Jake could get lukewarm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they ain't dropping videos how they supposed to. You got to have both hands on that plotter.
I was saying.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know, Jake can end up losing. You know, they end up lose. You know what I'm saying? Get back. You know what I'm saying? And like we seen brothers come and go in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Left and right, like we seen it. You know, when a nigga had one hand on the plow and then he ain't really hot through the spirit. It ain't a blue flame. The blue flame is the hottest flame. Like, no, you just got a little candle thing. You know, I mean, I still got a flame, but don't let it go out. But a lot of people let it go out just like these incenses went up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just let it go out. They don't try to hurry up and light it again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they let the oil go out. Because in a candle, like a, you know, like an old school lantern, once the oil run out, the fire go out. You gotta fill that oil up, and then once you fill the oil up, the flame get bigger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's, you know, reading, doing videos, reading,
Taking notes.
you know what I'm saying, taking notes, reading the hard copy, actually getting into the scriptures, watching the videos, you know what I'm saying, going to Sabbath class, things of that nature, man. That's how you get more embodied. All right? That's how you fill that oil back up, man, to where that flame can be, you know what I'm saying, you know, flaming. Because when you teaching, you out here on the highways and hedges, you doing these video epistles, you burning the oil. You know?
God, it's finished verse 6. As gold in the furnace had been tried, has he tried them and received them as a burnt offering.
Man, you see what? So you either gonna go through the furnace of love or be a burnt offering to Yahweh Shem Shai. Either way it go, Negro, you gonna be a sacrifice. You gonna be a sacrifice on the salvation, or you gonna be a burnt offering. You know what I'm saying? To Yahweh Shem Shai. And you gonna have death by pain, and the Lord can leave your spirit down here as long as he want to afflict it, as long as he want to, until he get ready. All right, and that can be until the dust starts, you know, to settle. So it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the Lord. You got anything you want to add to that? You got a precept? Okay, come.
Back to Acts 14 and 22.
Come.
Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Exactly. Enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Shai. So you got to walk through that straight gate. That straight gate. Okay? And once you get into this truth, you will understand that there is a truth within the truth. You got the generalized truth of like, oh, okay, I know I'm an Israelite. I know who the heathens are. I know some of the laws. I know the dietary law. You know, it's just like the normal, like, you know, Hebrew 001 to 101 type of information.
God.
But once you really you know, embody yourself in this truth and you're in this truth for the right reasons, you will start to see what? That there's a truth within a truth. Here's the general and here's a small group that actually knows what to actually do. The masses of the people don't know. That's the spirit. The masses of the people don't know. All right? But that small remnant knows. All right? Read on. Let's get Revelation 3 and 10. And let's get temptation.
Revelation 3 and 10. And it reads, because thou hast kept the word, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Let's get temptation. Let's get temptation. See, Yahweh Shema Shah is going to keep you from the hour of temptation. All right? Which is really going into that MOTV. All right? That's that hour of temptation because Jake going to have to make a conscious decision in that motherfucking day. I'm trying to tell you. And the Lord's so cold. He giving us like an open book test. Like it's open notes, open book, open so where you can pass and be successful. You know, like that cool teacher that give you the answers to the test and you just pass the test and stuff. That's your how about Shabbat Shah, man.
Right.
He giving you the answers to the test to pass. You know? But you got to pray and hope that Yahweh Shema Shah don't put the spirit on you to take it, though. That's the scary part. It ain't going to be too easy now.
It's that word temptation. Strong's G 3986.
G 3986.
And it goes into an experiment.
An experiment.
Attempt. Trial. Proven trial.
It's a proven trial. So in that hour of temptation, you're going to be proven. All right? You're going to be proven whether your faith is sincere or not. Read on.
The trial made of you by my bodily condition, since conditions serve as a test, the love of the Galatians.
Go to B.
The trial.
Hold on. It's a to the Galatians. Read all that.
Since condition served as to test the love of the Galatians towards Paul. The trial of a man's fidelity.
It's a trial of a man's what?
Fidelity,
okay,
integrity, virtue, and constancy.
Exactly. So your integrity,
fidelity,
all your moral character,
patience,
virtue. Yep, patience. Let's get all these words. Let's get constancy first. Because we all know that fidelity is going into faith. You know, because in marriage, don't you have infidelity? Means that she was unfaithful. Right. So when you have fidelity, you're faithful. So you have to have fidelity to Yahweh by Shema Washai. Right. Okay, so you can't say, oh, okay, I'm going to go down to Egypt for help, but I trust you 100%, Yahweh by Shema Washai. No, you didn't even go to the Holy One of Israel. You went to your oppressor. So you know what the Lord going to do? Give you an empty consolation. Okay, you're going to get an empty consolation. It's not going to feel like you want anything, and then it's going to deplete just like that. All right, your life is going to be like a pocket with holes in it, just like it was talking about in Haggai.
Now, this is that word constancy. It says constancy is the quality of being unchanging.
You see the what?
The quality of being unchanging.
Exactly, man. You're not wavering. You know. Yeah, Lord, I believe you on Tuesday, but Wednesday, I don't know. You ain't come through. Like, what? Yeah, how about Shema Shah gonna come through when they feel like, you know, that you're worthy enough? Because the Lord probably looked at your track record and seen you ain't worthy yet. You need to do a little bit more work. Then maybe I'll see if I do something for you. But Lord, I ain't had a job in 6 months. The Lord don't give a fuck about that. No. You know why? Because you're worried about the outward circumstances. The enticement of sin by the outward circumstances. You're not even keeping your high by Shema Shah first. Don't just about what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink or how ye shall be clothed, but seek the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shah and all these things shall be added on to you. You got to keep the truth first. Treat Yahweh Shema Shah as a priority. Don't be doing a lesson. Yeah, I'm only doing the lesson just so I can get this new car. Like what? You're supposed to be doing it because that's what you do. You're a prophet. You prophesy about prophecy. Okay? Which is, you know what I'm saying? Which is the things that is told aforetime.
Constancy is the quality of being unchanging, stable, or steadfast in purpose, affection, or loyalty.
You see?
It represents.
It said loyalty. Jake is more loyal to America than Yahweh Shema Shai. I mean, come on now. How many Jakes joined the fucking military? I know 3 people right now in the world, they asses is talking about joining the military because they ain't got shit going on this side. And then I told they ass, if you go over there, your ass gonna die. And then they talk about something, why would you tell them that? I said, I mean, hey, let them motherfuckers go. You gonna see. You gonna see. You gonna see real quick. They just had 13 soldiers that just died on duty and 300 got injured. So if you want your IED, go right ahead. Go over there. Go over there and be Krusty Krab with a hole. His shit blew off like a damn crab claw. Go ahead, go over there. Go ahead, go over there. And have a crab claw hand. You know what I'm saying? Through. Let's get you got anything on that?
I had
Okay.
Cause yeah, man, I'm gonna finish this constancy because it's good. It say it represents unwavering faithfulness.
You see?
Dependability.
Dependability on who? Yahweh Shema Shai. You depend on the Lord. You don't depend on this world. If you get sick, you throw up a palau that the Lord, you know what I'm saying, will actually get you out. And you know what I'm saying, they heal you. Don't the scripture say, see now that I am he, there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. It's Yahweh Shema Shai to do the making you sick and, you know, getting you out of it and everything. It's Yahweh Shema Shai that can heal you. Okay? They are the ultimate physician. You know? Not Esau. Esau is a physician of no value. Read on.
God. Or a permanent state.
Chime in on it, huh?
A permanent state, man. Basically to be rooted, man. You know, that's why the scriptures say, hey, keep your eyes single, man. You know, you don't have your mind in various worries, man. You know, you're not having your mind occupied in irrelevant stuff, man. You know, and you're rooted, man. You're permanent, man. You're permanently in this right here, man. Yahweh Shai can depend on you to carry this, man. Hey, fully persuaded, man, to do the work of Yahweh Shai, man. You know, that's what it's all about, man. That's why we out here right now, man.
They subscribe to a path, and that path is a doctrine. And they walk therein, and they subscribe to that doctrine.
To that path, right? That's
you know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know what I'm saying, they be held from the hour of temptation because, you know what I'm saying, they kept it 100 with Yahweh Shema Shai, even can get put to death. You know what I'm saying? Look at the account with Eleazar, man. Let's get that account with Eleazar, where they was trying to force him to eat the pork and he ain't want to do it. Let's get that. Because Jacob be put in so many situations to where you still gotta have, you know, you gotta keep your integrity. Look at Job. Job kept his integrity. Job could have cursed Yahweh Shema Shai and died, but he was like, oh no, you speak of a foolish woman when he cussed out his wife. You know, so we are only to receive good from Yahweh Shema Shai. He was basically cutting it to his wife, man.
Right.
Let her know, like, yo, man, the Lord is all about balance. I fucked up, so I'm getting whooped, and the Lord gonna get me out of it. Like, he already knew. That's why he was in the right mindset. That's why he is the representation of the elect. You know what I'm saying? So when the scriptures say, look at the generations of old and real forefathers, man. This ain't no, you know what I'm saying? This ain't a play.
This is 2 Maccabees 6 and 18. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man.
So he's an elder. Like he like an elder apostle to our status. Like he's a very renowned elder that all the brothers look up to and they learn. You know what I'm saying? So he's a very high ranking elder. Read up.
Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, man, and a well-favored countenance.
You see what I'm saying? Well-favored. The people loved him.
Right.
Read on.
God. Trying to open his mouth and to teach and to eat swine's flesh.
He said he was what?
Constrained to open his mouth and eat swine's flesh.
So constrained means forced. So, you know, that eating pork is not a part of our custom. They already know how low down Esau is, right? These damn small hats and all that. Like, that's how you know how low down they is, man. They actually know what we can and cannot do, and they want us to do the opposite so the Lord can constantly wire ass. You know, hold that right quick and get Judith 5 and 12. About that.
Then they cried unto them, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues, cast them sight. Yahushai dried the Red Sea before them.
You know, but you know, Esau, man, the devil and constantly have us do wickedness left and right, up and down, diagonal, man. And actually, he will actually know the things that we're supposed to be doing, and he'll purposely have us do the opposite and so-called, you know what I'm saying, give us a license to sin. Do you got that? No, man. Let's go back to Eleazar. We can't get that precept right quick, so we just gonna keep the spirit flowing. We gonna keep it flowing.
Back to 2 Maccabees 6 and 6 and 18. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh.
Read.
But he choosing rather to die gloriously.
You hear that? Keeping his integrity. Because he know that if he eat the pork, Yahweh Shema Shah gonna come see about him. So he like, oh hell no. I love my power. I worship my power. I'd rather die.
Right.
Just like how you got Israelites that jumped over the side because they knew who they was. Read on.
But he chooses gloriously than to live strained with such an abomination.
Exactly, man, because that's going to be tearing out his conscience and everything like that, because he's going to have a lot of men up under him that's going to think that it's okay to eat pork just because they see the man that they look up to eat pork. That's why we need to be examples like our Lord Yahweh Shah to the best of our ability, man. You know, to be that great example, you know. And Eleazar had the spirit of Yahweh Shah on him, man. You know, read on.
God, then to live stained with such an abomination.
Live stained, like damn. You know what I'm saying? Like a blemish on your record, man. You just 100, and now, man, you 101. Damn. That one blemish that fucked your record. Damn, man, you just had a goose egg. Now you got that stripe down. You know, now you ain't got that goose egg no more, man.
An abomination means extremely hate, man. So
Yeah.
He didn't want to be extremely hated of
Exactly.
How about you?
Exactly, man. He didn't. Read on.
But he chose to die gloriously than to live stained.
To die gloriously.
Than to live stained with such an abomination.
Exactly.
Spit it forth, and came of his own accord to the torments.
Read.
As it behoves them to come, that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life tasted.
Hey, read.
But they that had the charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision.
Yo, man, look, Elliot, look, okay, I understand you don't want to do that, okay? I got you. Just, I got a better deal for you. I got some lamb over here. And guess what? I even found the most best one too. It's a year old too. I even roasted it just like how your people custom do. But look though, we finna act like it's pork though. Just so you can see them see you chew. Let's see what Eleazar said.
God. But they that had the charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with a man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision,
Right.
such as was lawful for him to use.
You want chicken?
Right.
You want a burger? Huh? You want some salmon? Huh? I know y'all don't like catfish. So, some trout. You want some trout? What do you want, man? Whatever it is. But we like it's pork though. Read on.
Such as was lawful for him to use.
Right.
And make as if he did eat of the sacrifice commanded by the king.
You see what I'm saying? And to every hear ye. To everyone, this man Eleazar is eating pork, but it's a lamb shank. Read on.
That in so doing he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor.
Right, so he like this with him. That's what Caesars used to do. If they do this, your ass getting put to death. If they do this, let him live. The Caesar will hold his hand out like that. Everybody be cheering. We love you, Caesar. Ah, ah. He'll hold his hand out like this, looking like a damn devil with a little olive gold shit. And he'll just be looking like a damn devil. Boom. You know? But you gonna have to eat this like how I said it. Because I'm trying to show you some mercy. But Eleazar wasn't hearing that shit. Read on. And look, we ain't hearing it. Read on.
But he began to consider this secretly, and as became his age, and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his gray head.
Look, man, I've been in truth to be fake.
Right.
I'm gonna be loyal to Yahweh Shema Shah, just like that. What word we just brought out? No, it was my loyalty, my faith. I'm gonna keep it. This is an account where one of our forefathers kept 100%. Spit in a nigga face. Patui. Fuck you. Right? Because us as Israelites, we're very defiant people. We don't follow rules. Only Yahweh Shema was the best of our, you know. But even Jake broke the commandments. Eleazar know this. And I got men that's actually sincere up under me. So no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep my integrity. I'm going to honor the wisdom that I have on top of my head. Real.
Nah.
And my faith and my belief in Yahweh and fear in Yahweh Shema Shah. This is a healthy amount of fear right here. Right here. Rito.
Whereon was come and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by Yahweh Shema
So where he grew up, he wouldn't depart from it. You see what I'm saying? He was in his truth since a kid. So I'm not finna change up because you finna put me to death.
Right.
The Lord he's gonna look down for work, and you know.
Right.
You see? Read on.
Therefore he answered accordingly and willed them straightways to send him to the grave.
You see? So now, man, they want to put him to death. Read.
For it becometh not our age, said he.
He said, what?
Not our age, said he.
Mm-hmm.
In any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion.
You see, so he's not about to change up in the things that our forefathers have to do. He's going to keep it 100%. Whether I got to die, whether I got to whatever. So we need to be like that when you face with the MOTB. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all want to kill me anyway. So why the fuck would I listen to some niggas that want to kill me? Okay? Like, no, I'm going to follow after my power. Yahweh Ba'Shema Washai. And you can piss off Esau. I mean, what? I mean, you know what I'm saying? What the worst thing he going to do is try to put you to death? Yahweh Ba'Shema Washai said, I wound, I heal. Neither there's any that can deliver out of my hand.
I got you.
If you're a part of the elect, there is going to be a situation where I don't give a fuck what's going on. You are not going to take the MOTB no matter what, whether you get put to death or get delivered out of it.
Right. I got you. This is precept Matthew 10 and 28.
Uh-huh.
And fear not them which kill the body.
Exactly. Kill. Well, it say what?
And fear not them which kill the body.
So what? Esau got a big ass 308 fucking SCAR pistol, fully automatic, in front of your goddamn face, completely up pipe, and he ready to let the whole clip go in your face.
You better be smiling, man.
You better be right, man. I mean, who knows, man? Like, you'll be scared. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, man. You might be about to pee on yourself scared, but you gotta have faith out of it.
Right.
You gotta have the spirit of acceptance.
Right.
Like, oh, okay, I accept what's going on. See, that's what Yahweh had, the spirit of acceptance.
He counted, the scripture say count it all joy, man.
Yeah.
Because we already know what this is about, you know? So hey, when we move, you know, towards that day, hey man, you know, we moving close to that paycheck, you know, like I always say, man, we got a spiritual bank account, you know. So hey, you gotta count it all joy, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, count it all joy. Because mind you, man, close to Yahweh Shema Shah. Yahweh Shah will be right there. You could be getting tortured, getting put in a whole bucket of acid. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're a man of the Lord. And then he'll be like, don't worry about it. I got you. I got you, man. Don't you worry about it. Yahweh Shah right here. Here go you about to get put to death. Yahweh Shah will be right here. I got you.
Right.
I got you.
Right.
Don't worry about it, son. I got you. And you gotta have faith that Yahweh Shema Shah got you. You can't be on no shit like, hey man, you got me. I mean, like, you gotta go to Egypt one time. Can you get me? Like, what the fuck? Like, this niggas just be wavering. Like, you know what I'm saying? Eleazar wasn't like that. He said, put me to death. Fuck you. You gotta be like that.
Yeah, right.
You know? You'll get way more cool points with your Yahweh Shema Shah when you say fuck you to, you know what I'm saying, man, to Esau. You know what I'm saying? In a time where the MOTB, patooey, spit all in his fucking face, man. If the Lord even tell you to do that. 9 times out of 10, the Lord will probably have you not say nothing. You know how Jake be all through the spirit, just trying to, just want to get they avenged. But the Lord say, avenge not yourself, because vengeance is mine. So we got to let Yahweh Shema Shah do it in due time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, when he show up, he gonna show up. You know? When he crack the sky And you know, all of the brothers that got put to death, they're gonna be with Yahushua to destroy this motherfucker.
Right.
I'm just gonna be with Yahushua. You know, helping him destroy all of this with him. So hey.
And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul.
See, Esau wants your soul, but he can't own it. That's why he's trying to get access to the fourth dimension with all this CERN, and he's trying to understand the fourth dimension to where he can own souls, and because he, you know, that's a spirit. Because he got a godlike complex, man. This devil think he is the Most High. That's the judge thereof, and painted himself as the Most High, because that's just how proud that nigga is, man.
Right.
You know, this devil is trying to officially own us with that digital all. You know, that's why you got the, you know what I'm saying, man, this economic collapse coming, and now on top of that, what you got now? A great reset. That's the thing that's gonna happen next, is a great reset. You know, it's gonna be Afghanistan all over again, but with Iran. You know, trying to prolong it, and they trying to build an infrastructure. Right. Because Trump said that America won this war 3 times. So why the fuck are you over there if you already won the same war 3 times? You're not even messing with people that got nukes. You messing with motherfuckers that don't got nukes. You got North Korea, South Korea, they got nukes. Russia, China, they got nukes. Israel got nukes, and there's a few other places that got nukes. But you fucking with the ones that don't got nukes, some dirty ass sand niggas that say Allahu Akbar. You know what I'm saying? Allahu Akbar. And they throwing book bags in the middle of subways and shit. These guys these guys ain't on nothing. Right. You just want what they got. Because you're a bully. Exactly. You want the oil.
Vagabond.
Exactly. That's what fugitives do.
Right.
You know? Because if you ain't got no money, what else there to do? I don't got the money, so we gotta fight. That's what broke ass fugitives do.
Right. They're like Ezel in the hood, just walking and whistling. They see something they like, man.
Yep, la da 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 da. Oh, hey.
Like some shoes.
You know? But Ezel said, I steal, I don't kill. Esau do both.
Exactly. God,
and then you can put destroy on the end of that. Right. You know?
For real.
You know, you can add a destroy too.
That's the difference. Ezel was a Jake, huh?
Man, that's how you know Ezel was a Jake. Read on. Man, yeah.
But are not able to kill the soul.
Right, but not able to kill the soul.
But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Neither there any that can deliver out of my hand. And that word hand is going into controlling and determining the destinies of men. And that's what Yahweh Shema shall do.
If I can add, like you were saying, man, like talking about, you know, the slaves jumped off, trying to escape the, you know, what they was going through, but the Lord put them back in a baby body to go through that whole, you know, experience again. So, that's what you gotta fear, man. The Lord tormented your next life. You know? Yeah. He got that power, man, to say, okay, hey, your next life is gonna be more damn, you know, hellish than your last one, you know?
Yeah, man. So that means the Lord can have an arm grow out the side of your fucking neck.
Damn. And your reincarnation.
Look at these, you know, all of these damn deformed kids and strange shows and shit, man. Like, what the fuck that shit be called, man? When they be showing the deformed people all fucked up. Man, I'm talking about people be walking, I'm talking about the Lord be making niggas look crazy. I'm talking about there's a dude that's like the Elastaman or whatever. His fucking bones are so soft. He moved with the wind and he can't even walk like that. Like, man, I'm telling you, it's crazy. And you got these dudes that, you know what I'm saying, got the pineal gland that's just extra like uncalcified to where he just keep growing and growing and growing and growing, and now he got these stilts and now he halfway retarded and he die at 26. Or the Lord can stunt your growth and make you a foot tall like he did this one girl in India. She was and like he is, man. And you got the Lord that will give a person a plague, because the scriptures do say, give me any plague but the plague of the mind. Right. That's the worst one. Because you would never understand the truth. You would never understand Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. Ever. You know? Oh yeah, man, we gotta go ahead and you know what I'm saying, phone about the die, so we're gonna go ahead and let's wrap it up.
You wanna bring out one piece of it?
One more.
Let's get one more, man, because you know, hey, we started off, you know, about JT, right? Kind. It's all about J Trouble, man, with this lesson. So we're gonna end it like that, man. And this is Psalms 119, 126. And it reads, "It is time for thee, Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi, to work, for they have made void thy law."
Exactly, man. So hey, you hunker down. You gotta be that good kid in school that just always got his hand up. You know what I'm saying? That always studying, always reading. The scriptures say, "Blessed he that readeth." We got to study to make ourselves, you know what I'm saying, approved. We got our camp duties through the Spirit, and we got our spiritual duties through the Spirit. Okay? All right? And you know what I'm saying, also your personal duties through the Spirit. So these are the things that we got to understand. And you know what I'm saying, and not make void the law. That's why we were these friends, man, when we out here teaching them. You know what I'm saying, to remind us of the law. Okay? But you have supposed to have the law remembered in your mind. All right? You ain't just supposed to wear it while you're teaching. You're supposed to be thinking about it and meditating on it. You know what I'm saying? At all times, man. All right? Because if you a slothful servant, the Lord say that you are likened unto the filth of a dunghill, which basically means you a piece of shit because you lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? So the moral of the story is follow the man. You know? So with that, we want to give infinite honors, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahawashi, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule very well until this very day. Shalom to the Akim Wa'akwakim, the sincere believers out there. We on the next one. Abaratazah. Shalom.